Okay, YouTube land, let's do some tool reviews real quick here. I got a couple different brands here, and just to do a few things here. First, I want to start with this Mac tool socket. I don't know if you can read it, but that actually says Sabina, Ohio. Now, for those in the greater Dayton area that have no clue, Sabina is a bit of a drive out from Xenia, but it is in the southwest Ohio area. And Mac Tools, originated in the southwest Ohio area. They all used to make them in Sabina. Now that Stanley owns Mac Tools, among many other brands of tools they own, they don't make them here anymore, but they still make Mac Tools in the United States. Now, this is my 3/8 standard travel socket rack, and Mac. Well, that's another Sabina, Ohio Mac, snap-on, Mac, Proto. Now, Proto is also owned by Stanley Tools these days, and this is Proto Professional. This is a 5/16 3/8 drive. This is an industrial impact socket. Now, there's a little bit of a difference in your industrial or impact finished sockets, and I can't get that back on in a second, and your chrome finish sockets. Like, I got a snap-on chrome extension here with a snap-on 3/8 drive, 12-point, 1/4 inch. Now, I'm not sure what I ever needed a 1/4 inch 12-point for, but there was something. I got the socket off eBay, and yeah, snap-on 1/4 inch. There's a part number. It's a GSF, I think it says OB1, and yeah, it's a USA made socket. That is great for getting in appliances and getting out over torqued 1/4 drive or 1/4 inch head bolts instead of using the 1/4 drive. I'm not losing any torque there. Now, I've got a snap-on 3/8 breaker bar that also acts as an extension. And the way this works, this kind of gives you some wobble to it, but it's stiffer than a wobble extension. So it's at times it's helpful when you're getting on automobiles. That's an old one. I got that off eBay, and I've had this one for years, and I'd asked a snap-on dealer on it if it broke, and he said, if that breaks, I will warranty replace it for you. He said, as long as you're not doing stuff outside of what Snap-on would warranty. I said, okay. I pretty much understood what he was saying. Most people do. This here, I got it with a lot of tools, and I broke it the first time I used it because somebody had destroyed it or did something to it. And I went to Granger Tool, which is the ones in my area that deal on Blackhawk tools, and the guy at Granger said, we don't have a rebuild kit in for the head. He said, but what we'll do is we'll just exchange it because we don't have the rebuild kit. I was thinking I'd get a rebuild kit for a head. I wasn't even sure if I was going to have to pay for it or not, but he said, no, it's under warranty. He said, Blackhawk warranty, exchange it for me. I love this ratchet. I mean, I use it. I smack it into things, working on engines. This here works better than any of the Craftsman ratchets I've had in the last 20 years. And I'm not sure where this one was made, and numbers on it are 394, and that seems to be a 4, I want to say 5.8. I'd have to look at that with my magnifying glass, but it doesn't say where it's made. But Blackhawk is made by Stanley Tools these days. They bought them out. And this here is my other one that I love to carry. This is a half drive, long handled Proto pair head ratchet with a flip switch. And sometimes you get a little bit torquey with this thing. It'll flip back on you, and it gets a little bit funny. This one here, I've had two of these brand new, and I have them stolen from me. This one here, I paid 20 bucks on eBay, and I think like $5 or $6 shipping. And I've had it since like 2010. I don't use it every day, but like when I sold my F450, and had a tire that went flat overnight, and the guys came to pick it up, and they were all grouchy. They brought an electric impact wrench with them. The amount of time it took them to go to their truck, find their electric impact, find the battery for it, get an extension and a socket. I had 7 lug nuts broke free and ready to spin off, using that with a socket and a long impact extension I have. Anyways, this thing here, when lug nuts are tight, I get this thing out. You can see there, it's not a short one. I want to say that's a 24. No, it's not a 24. Probably 18-inch overall. But man, I love that thing. That there, if you got lug nuts really stuck, you put your foot on it and put some weight on there, and it breaks free. I've done that with shorter handle Craftsman ratchets, and you blow the heads out. This head here, I've never had a problem with. Like I said, I've had 2 other of these, and I never had problems with the heads. And yeah, this might not be a made in USA tool, I'm not sure, but for the most part, everything I'm showing you here is made in USA, except for this cobalt socket rack. I think it was made overseas. They had these a few years ago. I bought me a couple. I like them. They're aluminum, and I can take the socket, I can take a couple of clips, put them on the back side, so I got enough room for my sockets to go on there and not hit each other, and I can space things out and guess which ones I need. And I got a couple there off there, I know that. One space should be for the extension too. The only problem with those cobalt socket racks like that is you got to catch them when they're on sale, and they don't sell the extra clips for the rail separately. If they did, I would have bought like a bunch more of these and a bunch more clips, and I'd have like a combination metric standard, at least for a quarter drive. But yeah, good USA tools. And Proto, if you ever get into it, are every bit as strong. They're made to be industrial tools. There's places that warranty them. Yeah, I live outside of Dayton, Ohio. I mean, if you look on a map, I'm right by the intersection of I-70 and I-75. I'm within a few miles of that. Dayton, Ohio is just the other side of the intersection, down a few miles. There are places all around here that will warranty most any made in USA tools. It's really simple. If you get someplace you can't find a place that warranties them, call around. I bet you know a buddy that goes someplace that warranties them. Anyways, that's all for now. Later, YouTube.